Hello, beautiful people. My name is Aviona, and welcome to my new YouTube channel at Digitally Easy, where I kick off with Google Sheets tutorial. Today, we'll be creating an interactive daily task system to keep you organized and on top of your priorities for the year 2024 and years to come. Let's dive in. All right, step one, open Google Sheets. Go to your Chrome browser and type in sheets.new. Step two, create a calendar. Let's start by creating a calendar for January 2024 in cells B2 to H8. Ensure the calendar is in date format, making it easily recognizable when you do our formula. Step three is to create a next thing to do column. Right next to your January calendar, set up a next thing to do column. Below it is our next task to do. Whenever we hit next to our status, it will appear here in this column. I'll show it to you later on, where this column prioritizes tasks, making it easier to focus on what needs immediate attention. Step 4, task table. Below the calendar, create a table with columns for tasks, deadlines, and comment and status. This will serve as a comprehensive overview of your daily tasks. These, I need you to really picture it out and how I would like it to be. So in order for me to have a highlight deadline on the month of January, I would highlight all of these, go to format, go to conditional formatting, and change the format rules to custom formula. And what custom formula I would like you to type in within the range of B4 to H8 are the following: equal sign count if close parenthesis $, because we want this to be highlighted to be the deadline for a specific, or highlights the deadline over here to here, then I would like to type in count if $I to $12, because that's where the start is, B12, no, I12, sorry, and then you colon it to $I $30. So you close parentheses, and what you're gonna do is comma text before where the start of the number one begins, and open quote, that's the year, dash the month, dash the day, and close parentheses, go, it's greater than 0. So I think it's still red on this icon, so we have to check on which area we miss doing. So I would say let's go to equal sign count if, I think it's capital, so count if, and $, this should be I, okay, and it's not number 1, I12 to I30, text before, comma, year, month, and day. So I think it turned blue, so that we're good. So we highlight them, and we were going to change the color for this to be like this color. So we already have a task here. Now I want this task to be appearing on next thing to do column that I created. So I'm going to have to change this first to a drop down menu where I can click next, done, or pending. So I would go to data validation, add rule, and the drop down is looks like a chip. So I would go to advanced, and I will change it to arrow, so then I know that there's a drop down over there. And the options, as I said, the drop down will be done, this will be pending, this will be next. So I like this color. Since it's done, it means stop. Since this is pending, it means blue. And since this is next, it should be same color as this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have to copy the hex code of this one. So I'm going to click on this one, and I can't copy it like this, so I'm just going to click the plus sign, copy this, hit OK, go back to it, click customize, and change this to the hex code you copied, and then hit OK. Now you're going to see it later on what's the purpose of that, and I'm going to hit done. So since we already have our data validation and each status, so we technically just hit pending, hit done, hit next, things like that. So these are things that I'd really like to see, but we'll do that later on. The next one is for this to be at the same color, what the status would be. So I would say that I'm going to go to data validation, and click data validation, and add a new rule. Hold on a second, let me just go back. I'm gonna have to X that one. I think it's not data validation, but we will go to format, conditional formatting, and I will go to the custom or the formula rules, where equals to I'm referring to K12, so this K here, so dollar sign first before the letter K12 is equal to next. So they're going to be next. And since it turned blue, that means my code is correct, my formula is correct. So I'm just going to go change the color to the color that I picked, this one. So it's going to be the next. And then hit done. And this is not just enough because we have done, we have pending as well. So I'm going to change this to formula of, again, it's going to be equal, dollar sign before the letter, it's K12, and hit dollar sign and, no, sorry, equal, and then open quote, and then hit done, and then close quote. So then it turned blue, that means we're correct, but I wanted to change it with a red because it means stop, I don't want that, and then at the same time there's a strike through for everything that is already done. So we don't have to think about it. Now the next one is to add another formula and go down here, add the same formula, equal dollar sign K12 equal, no, sorry, yeah, it's equal, and then it's pending, end quote. So it turned blue, and then I think we are, if it's pending, it's colored blue. So I would like that to be that. But you know, this is what we have already. But the last formula I wanted you to do, because I want this to appear on this box, right? So the last formula is in the next thing. So I'm going to have to go to equal, if capital, and hit if, so that it will open a parenthesis for you. Count if, so hit and open parenthesis for you, that the K12, where the status is, to K30, sorry, K30, okay, will be next. It will appear on this box, and it should be greater than 0, comma, in the index, you will click the index itself, it will open a parenthesis for you. The B12, where the start of the task is, to B30, okay, and match it, match, so match, then open parenthesis to the next, open parenthesis, comma, close quote, and comma, it should be matched to K12 to colon K30, comma, and then 0, close parenthesis, two close parenthesis, two quote, and then another close parenthesis, and hit next. So it's good, we got it. So then when we start to change our status to hit done, it will scratch for us. But since I wanted it to be all the way to the deadline, I might need to change the range for this. So I'm going to go all the way here and go to the conditional formatting, click here, and then change this to until I30. So this is I30, hit done. And then this is also I30. And then the same thing as this one, it's I30. So the reason why I would do that, because I wanted it to highlight everything from this to here. So if the deadline for studying in math is at 1/24/2024, then automatically it will highlight. But I don't like the color of this, so I'm going to highlight all of them and go to format, conditional formatting, change the color to the color of this. So I'm going to have to go to the color and change it to this. So automatically it appears like this. So every time I change it 1/23/24, it will be at 24 deadline. So this is still pending because I'm still going to work on it, and then I'm going to comment. But clean your room will be the next thing to do. So it will appear right over here. So we're not done yet. What we wanted to do is to highlight them and create a chart for this status. So I'm going to insert a chart, and I would this is the chart that we have, but I want it to be a pie chart. So aggregate, don't forget to click aggregate, and I want it to have a hole in it, but this hole is too big, so I might customize it to a very smaller one. It should be like 25%, and then it shows you the color, but I like the color to be the same color as this, so I'm going to double click on that and change the color to this. And this one, I need this to be a lighter blue. It's going to be the same color, and this red, but since this is done, so I'm going to go below that one. So then, but you know, there are things that I don't really like having this legend, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the legend to none, and I think there's no title, so that's still good. So I'm gonna drag up, hit back button, and then drag this to here, just at the same level. So you really it can really tell you like what's next if you start doing pending, so it appears that color over here. So that's why I like it to be this way. So I hope you really enjoy this video that I created. And congratulations, you have successfully created an interactive daily task system in Google Sheets. This system will help you organize and focus on your daily priorities. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe for more tips and tricks in creating a system and organizing your day or your year to shape a better you. Yona again, creating content that give valuable lessons, hard to forget, and digitally easy. See you in my next video.